I'm Rebecca.
And I'm Hunter, and this is the Family Showdown!
Good evening and welcome to Shenanigans. Look at how thrilling it is. So thrilling, Hunter's writing.
Alright, messing with the internets.
Yeah, the internet has been strange, which is why we're starting a tad late, but guess what? It's working, and we're here, and you're here, and it's exciting. So, you guys ready for some shenanigans? Are you ready for some shenanigans? I see shenanigans in the chat. Yes. Shenanigators, as it were. Welcome, Shenanigators.
Oh my gosh.
It's a thing. I'm making it a thing. Yes.
Our internet just seems to
hate us in general?
Yeah.
Totally.
Hi, everybody.
But we have new shenanigans this evening, don't we?
That I didn't prepare for properly, but we'll get there.
We're prepared.
All right, here we go, folks.
I'm excited.
All right, so.
Woohoo. Julio, you're multitasking like a fiend.
So, here's the scoop. So, the last two live shows, we've tested out some segments that were suggested by you guys. On our guild board game geek guild board thing, and we've tried 6 so far. We're gonna try 4 more tonight. That gives us a nice round 10. Why are you looking at me like that?
I randomly grabbed a shirt and I see we are twinsies.
We are. We got 4 more tonight. That gives us 10 new segments to vote on, plus our how many old?
Emptier room, probably. Bookie.
How many segments do we got? 1, 2, 3.
I have 4 on here.
6, 7. Like 10 that we've done before.
Yes.
So you have lots to vote on. So voting will start probably starting tomorrow, and we'll let it run probably for a couple weeks to give everyone a chance to vote on it. And then we'll take that into consideration, and the next variety show will unveil our new slate of stuff. Well, some of them, I don't know if we'll fit them all in. But I probably want to keep about 10-ish or so for next time.
Or all of them.
All of them. Yeah, I guess that's a possibility. Yes. All right, let's start off with our usual.
Lord of the Rings deck. Let's go.
All right.
We played stuff, guys. I know. Imagine board gamers playing board games. Lovely, right?
Huh. Oh yeah, the audio is low because I had to reboot. I'll fix it.
Hold up.
Give me a second.
I have my IT guy right on that. He's pro.
I don't know about all that, but I think I can fix it.
That's fair. That's fair. You're sweet, Nathan. Actually, this is my old lazy hair. It's actually behaving itself. I don't know what it's been lately. The humidity or what. It's been making it kind of frizzy crazy. It's kind of chilling out.
All right, audio should be fixed.
Let's go. How's that sounding now, folks? Is it lovely, mellifluous?
I rebooted and of course all my settings.
I'll reset. Yeah, that makes it exciting.
All right.
Do. Hunter is missing a set of eyes. You are. Your glasses.
Yeah.
You can see them.
I can barely read the chat, but Rebecca will read it for me.
I will.
All right.
Oh, sorry.
Like I said, I've been struggling with the internet for the last 15 minutes. All right. So what did we play? Let's see what we played. We played 2 games.
Well, I played more.
Okay, I played 2 games.
I played 4 games.
Which is infinitely more.
Hey, it's May, dude.
Or undefined more than last time because we played 0 games last time.
Chaos. This is the era of chaos.
And we played both of these games like 2 days ago, so
yes.
We barely squeaked them in. All right, so let's start off with my least favorite of the 2.
Ooh, you played a lot, Julio.
And that is Deus.
The least? Oh, I know why that's your least favorite.
Deus.
You played 2 goodies.
Deus. We haven't played this one in forever. When we were doing our most recent culling, this one wasn't on the chopping block, but we kind of threw some games over on our little shelf of shame.
We need to play that.
That we haven't played in forever. Yeah, we haven't played this game in like 5 years.
Which is crazy because it didn't feel like we had, so we're like,
when did this come out?
We need to play this. When did it come out?
Of course, there's no date. I'm guessing it came out in like 2000.
2014.
Where do you see that?
Right there.
Okay. Oh, it's
2014. It's on the side.
Yeah, so we played this a lot when we first got it. and I do need my glasses. Played it a lot when we first got it, and we haven't played it in forever. But we played it, and I forgot how good it is. It's a great little game. It plays pretty quick. For us, it's about an hour game, and it's interesting. Got a little bit kind of area control-ish. It's got engine building, resource management, all sorts of fun stuff.
Barbarian camps.
It's a good little game.
That I just let Hunter have, apparently.
Can't help if I'm a better barbarian raider than you are. So, give this one an 8. Rebecca likes it more than me, I think. She's more.
Maybe I don't like it now because I didn't win. Oh wait, that's Hunter.
It's funny you talk about barbarian raiders. I'm playing Age of Empires, and I just played the Visigoths that destroyed Rome. I destroyed Rome today. So
wow, I see how you are. Well, you must not have destroyed it too well because it just recently celebrated its 2,776th birthday.
I destroyed it. I destroyed it pretty good.
I'm just saying.
All right, there you go. Dave's. The other game I played, we played.
You played it solo?
Was Endless Winter.
Oh, and it's over though. Winter's over. It's not endless.
We
actually we love this game.
We decided to play with everything.
And when we say everything, we don't mean like, hey, let's add an expansion. We said all the expansions, then there's like 20 promos apparently that are in here too.
There's 3. There's 3 expansions. No,
there's
3 modules and 2 promos.
I thought there were 3 promos.
Well, Squirrel and Nuts 1 promo.
Oh. And the Yeti, and then that wasn't a promo?
Yeti was a promo.
Okay.
There's only 2 promos. Squirrel and Nut and Yeti.
Okay.
So we played with everything. We loved everything. We didn't necessarily utilize a lot of everything, but the option, I like having the options there. So I'm going to go quickly through all the expansions and talk about them quickly. So Ancestors expansion is more of the same. So you in the game you have different tribe cards and different sets of animals. Ancestors gives you options to swap those out, kind of like Deus has a similar expansion where you just swap out. You can swap them all out. You can swap some of them out.
It was fun.
I just read them off, and Rebecca picked which one she liked.
We picked randomly. Yeah, I just went by name, and it was fun. Love that.
Rivers and Rafts. So if you don't know, Endless Winter is a kind of area control game with worker placement and skilling up and a little bit of deck building and all sorts of fun stuff going on. Rivers and Rafts puts a river that runs through the map, and
runs through it,
and it gives you an option to move around on the river, and it gives you like an additional place to start your camps. Normally, you have to start your camps in the center, or if you play with the expansion, you start on the edge of the board. This one lets you move your raft around. You can start your camps where the raft is, so it's a cool little expansion.
I really liked that too because it also had like little fish benefits and stuff like that. And the fish thing was really cool because they were just little tiles that if you got those, you flip them over and they have rando benefits and goodies on them. And that was actually really fun. I really enjoyed that. And it was nice to have the choice because I feel like you get to move around the map more easily, like by a lot.
And like she said, when you control areas of the board, you get a benefit. It's a set benefit. But if you control areas of the river, you get a random benefit. So if you like a little randomness, then...
And they were good. I mean, I enjoyed it.
Then we did the cave paintings, which is you get a little dry erase board and you're drawing a little cave painting. It gives you another option to get points and get benefits and things like that.
You, sir, were an artiste. You had drawn and completed your painting.
I really focused on the cave paintings, and it was fun.
It's cool because the top half you get like some one-shot really good bonuses, and then the bottom part of the painting are every round things, so you can kind of make a choice or just do it all like Hunter did, which was really good. But every round you'd get a really, cool but not super big bonus every single round, so you could really turn out some, like a little bit more of an engine for production and stuff that you wouldn't necessarily
playing with all expansions, it seemed like we were able to accomplish a lot more.
Much more.
The same resources were more readily available. We feel like we accomplished a lot more.
Yep.
And then we got the little small expansions. We got the Mammoth expansion, which we didn't even use.
We didn't, but I think with more players we would.
Yeah. And
it looks really fun. Like, we like the idea.
So what the Mammoth is, there's an ability in the game to move your camps around. That's how you kind of migrate, because it's about Paleo-Americans migrating and things like that. So you can move your little camps around. The Mammoth, instead of moving your camps, you can move the Mammoth onto the board. And what that does is it can do one of two things. It can make it harder to control areas if you're trying kind of a punishment to your opponents, or if you really control an area solidly, it can double your benefit if you can beat the Mammoth. Mammoth is like a neutral, almost like a neutral player that can control an area. So you stick it on your opponent's spots, they may not be able to get their benefits, but if you're on your spot, if you have enough control or influence in the area, you can get double benefits, which is kind of cool. We never used it, but I honestly forgot about it. Honestly,
I kind of did too because I forgot how much it cost to move it and stuff, and I was so into my little zone because I was doing rather poorly compared to Hunter. Sometimes I was like, I gotta catch up. I didn't even think about the little guy, but getting 2 movement might be worth it to do that because the doubling benefits thing just sounds really handy. I don't know. That's one of those that I think you'd have to make that choice at the time, and I think with more players, I think we'd play with it more.
All right, and then we got the Aurora Borealis module, and that one just all that does is add a card to your
that's
deck.
right. Okay.
It adds a special card unique to your clan, to your deck, and it's kind of a super power card. You have to go through. You put it at the bottom of your deck, so you have to go through your deck once for it to show up, and then it shows up, and it's a really powerful card.
It's really cool. That one was well worth putting into the deck.
Then we got the. I can't read my writing.
Squirrel and Nut?
No.
Yeti?
No.
Tiger shoot? What? No. Where you at?
Some other module. I can't read the name of it.
Writing, okay.
But it's what the module is in the game. It's a deck building game, so there's a way to cull your cards. You basically you put them, you bury them, literally bury your cards, and
the burial ground thing.
Yeah, but no, that's a standard part of the game. Instead of when you end a round, you can pick a bonus card that gives you like mid-game scoring, like a one-shot scoring thing. But when you take that bonus, you can no longer bury your cards. So we waited until the very end of the game to do it, but that's risky because someone may steal the one you want.
I think in a multiplayer game, you would do that much sooner.
It's almost a alternate. It's like in a lot of games you have like a card that at the end of the game you score some bonus points if you did certain things. These are face up. And you can choose to take them and score some bonus points.
They're good.
So that's I can't remember what the name. It's something.
Yeah, Aurora Australis.
Cavern formations. Could
be Caverna. What?
I don't know. Anyway,
but yeah, it was a good one too. I really enjoyed the extra choice there because once you get to that max of like 7, there's really no point in burying a bunch of stuff. And it's kind of cool to switch gears, or like you said, if you see one that's really good for you, you might want to snipe it before someone else grabs it, and that's upping your score again. Again, more opportunity, more possibilities for scoring.
And you could hate draft someone if they get a lot of points.
That's true too.
I didn't believe you didn't grab the resource one away from me and give me 15 points, which is it.
Yeah, but I got a stupid amount of points from the one I grabbed, so it was well worth it.
And then 2 little promos that we hardly use. There's a Squirrel and Nut promo. If you watch Ice Age,
it's totally an Ice Age nod.
A little squirrel from Ice Age, and I guess I've never seen the Ice Age.
He never gets that freaking nut.
He's like always chasing it. So the way it works is you put the squirrel in the top half of the animal deck, and you put the nut in the bottom half of the animal deck. And if you get the squirrel, you got to try to find the nut. And if you get both, you get some big points. The squirrel has a power that you can potentially use. The nut also has a power you can use, and if you have the nut and not the squirrel, you lose points. So it's
hilarious.
But there's also another promo called the Yeti, which is also in the bottom half of the deck. But there's so many animal cards that you don't get for 2-player. You don't get through the deck enough to get to the bottom half.
We didn't get to them.
So we're going to next time we play, we're going to seed those cards higher up in the deck so we can actually get to them. I got the squirrel. But we did not get to the bottom half of the deck, so the nut or the Yeti didn't show up. So we have no idea. We can't really talk about those. So there you go. That is Endless Winter. I wouldn't necessarily. What are you gonna say?
No. Go ahead. Finish up.
I wouldn't necessarily suggest playing with everything because that is a lot of stuff.
Oh, don't start with that. But
they're all good. We enjoyed all of them. So
we actually put a note in there. We're like, yes, play with all the things.
I think we will always play with the expansions. The Ancestors, the Rivers and Rafts, and the Cave Paintings will always play with it. Those other modules, they're interesting, but I don't think they're necessarily like.
Oh, I mean, like the Yeti and the Squirrel.
I wouldn't miss those if they weren't there. The Mammoth and the Aurora Borealis, and the Cavern. Yeah. I can't even read what that says. I can't read what that says.
You have
now I gotta look it up.
But while he's doing that, we had jumped off a dais and people were still kind of chit-chatting about it. And yes, Kabuki, I think it was you that mentioned something about the weird color issue in Deus. And it's funny because we had forgotten about that until we cracked it up.
The orange and yellow look exactly the same.
Orange and yellow look the same. The whole you go to that resource you go to the yellow resource to get the green or vice versa, which is really aggravating. And that really threw me through a loop. like Hunter said, we had to look at the shape, and I was used to going by color for most games, so that really was weird to me. Also, we noticed in ours our little wood pieces.
It's green all through the rule book. We have brown pieces.
Yeah, we have a brown piece for wood, but it's actually supposed to be green.
I think the rule book's wrong. I think the rule book should be brown, I'm guessing.
Yeah, they messed it up, and so it was really obnoxious. It kind of like switching gears, like, wait, what is going on here with the colors? And so yeah, it was the wood. Yeah, and so that was a little bit annoying to the point where I kind of want to paint the pieces or something.
All right.
I don't know.
All right. So to back up on Endless Winter, I got a couple things wrong.
Oh.
Well, no. The thing I was describing, that mid game scoring card, ceremonial grounds. But what I wrote on my card was Canine Familiars, which is a different module.
Oh.
That we hardly use. So when you rest in the game,
that one, yeah.
you get some minor benefits. One of the benefits is drawing an extra card from your deck, which kind of makes your next turn a little bit better. You hardly ever rest in this game.
Yep.
But when you rest, you can take a Canine Familiar, which is like a cool little card that you can add to your deck instead of drawing a card.
Yeah.
So
had I rested, I was going to do that.
Oh, I did. And I got a guy that helped me do. It helps you do one of the base skills a little bit better, which is cool. So
yeah, it's kind of a nice thing to rest because resting feels like
it's kind of making. They did a couple of things to make the rest actually
make it a little better,
powerful, so.
And I liked that. That actually made it doable because before I used to avoid it like the plague, and I still kind of did.
All right, so what'd you play with your kiddos?
Okay, so funny story. You teachers will understand, but always write your lesson plans in pencil. So we had STAR testing, which in here is the state testing for tax purposes in Texas, blah, blah, blah. Y'all know the drill. But with our new school, the classroom juggling and everything like that, we have to move rooms because they use some of our classrooms for testing and stuff. Well, I was supposed to be in one room, and in the juggling and whatever mishap, they moved my room to a room that was actually being used for testing also. So since I only had a handful of kids, because most of them were in testing thickness, I'm like, we're just going to go to basically the commons area. Let's just hang out because we have no access to computers. It was like, we're not going to deal with this because I didn't have any computer on me or anything. So the kids are sitting there, and a couple of them, most of them were pretty much caught up. A couple wanted to do their own thing. A couple were like, what are we going to do? And I'm like, I have games in my backpack. And I have little handy dandy baby games that I always have on me in my backpack. In fact, I've traveled with these a lot and everything. Sometimes I never touch them, but I got to pull these out, and we got to play a game.
Paco games?
Yeah, my little gum packing game is like how they're the Chris Handy games. I have Hue, Bus, and I think it's called Dots. I have 3 of them, and this one's probably my favorite because it's almost like a tricked up dominoes sort of thing. You're laying down these things, and they have 3 different colors, and there's, I think, 5 or 6 different colors in the game, and you're trying to make color majorities and make lots of points with a lot of same color touching, but you also have some like a negative card that'll let you negate the points for one color, so you might want to kind of juggle stuff against other players, but you're all playing in a communal board. So that one's really fun, and it's just again, all of the pieces for this, for those of you who haven't seen these cute little games, boom, this is the game right here. You get a little tiny rule book. And this one, like Hue, has little cards. See, they're tiny in all these different colors. And then the bus game is really cute too. We actually really enjoyed that one. It had a little more to it than we thought. It's got you make a little road map, kind of like a figure 8. And then you have a card that's also the same shape as this, but it has a little bus in the middle of it. And then some of the cards have bus stops, and there's different colored passenger cards. And so you're going through and you're picking up passengers at one bus stop and dropping them off at another, and then once you finish them, you put them over in a little stack and you get points. And it was cute watching people do the little efficiency puzzle with the bus. This one plays, This one plays 5 people, and this one only plays 3. Yeah, 3. So this one we kind of, not everybody played this one, but it was fun because everybody's watching and discussing and whatnot. So, see, and I haven't played those, Zara, so I'm going to have to try to play those. They're pretty fun. But they're all little long, tiny. They remind me of sticks of gum, and they're perfect because I've flown with these and everything, and they just get ignored. I think people think it's the airport security probably thinks it's packs of gum or something. No, that's not how that looks. he's like making a Y on the board. No, you make like a figure 8. It's really cool. But as you can see on here, like here's the stop for the orange. And then it's got a little construction zone, and there's things that happen when you go to the construction zone. It's really cute.
Play these. They look interesting.
I don't know that you'd like them. They're crazy light, and they're very short. It's not really your cup of tea. But here the rules are sticking out like an accordion. But they're great when you're stuck in a pinch like that, and perfect. And that way, if it happens
what
again,
the kiddos think?
They liked them. They liked them a lot. In fact, they played 2 games of bus in a row. I didn't even play the second game. And
nice.
Hugh, we had a lot of discussion about that one. It was pretty fun because that was a very new idea. Because only one of the kiddos that was playing with me had played in my board game club. So the other ones had not played anything like this before. So it was kind of cool to introduce a board game, little quirky board games, and something that's different that they've never seen before. So
that is pretty cool.
So yeah, Tommy, you did introduce the Hue to me. I think we played your copy of it, and this one's still my favorite. Honestly, I still think it's my favorite. Although this bus is growing on me. This one had a little efficiency puzzle built into that, and it was pretty fun. So yeah, they're really great games. And again, you can't beat the portability. I mean, seriously. I forget I have them in my backpack half the time because they're always there.
All right, I gotta do a little quickie thing.
They are worth trying. They're fun.
Something may pop up that looks weird.
Huh? What are you doing?
I got to.
What are you doing?
I'm adding a game.
Oh, look at him trying to be all sneaky. There's one with a flower that looks interesting. Was that one of the ones that you mentioned, Zaris, that had a flower on it?
If only I could see.
Where's your glasses?
Yeah,
I know that aren't there what, like 9 different, or there more now? I don't even know, because these came out a while ago. I don't know if it has the year on these. I don't see the year. It's a different one you haven't gotten to. Oh, okay. So see, when I was looking around at a convention recently, somebody was selling these. I want to say there were like 9 of them or something.
I think has them in a big pile on the.
2 sets of something like 8 each. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna get more of these actually, but someone beat me to them at secondhand at one of our little board game conventions locally. So.
All right, folks. I think we're ready to roll now with the new. Is that all you had?
That's it.
Right.
It was just those 2.
All right.
A lot of fun though.
Moving on to our new segments that we're going to try out.
Let's go, people.
All right, we got our first segment. I don't know who if you were on the chat and you suggested these, claim credit, but I didn't write down who did these. Our first segment is going to be called Where Is It Now? Where Is It Now? So we're talking about a board game from our past that we used to love, 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 and now we despise it and hate it.
That is not how that works.
Oh.
The ghost of Christmas board games past.
So basically we're talking about an old game that maybe we used to love that is kind of falling out of favor, or we don't have it anymore, or we hardly ever play it, or that sort of thing. And talk about why we loved it so much, why it kind of is overlooked or gone from our collection, that sort of thing. That's the premise. And that's the button I was just building.
Aha!
So I forgot to build a button for it.
Button. Who's got the button?
Button.
Push it. Push the button. The topic of conversation today is...
that we were discussing is...
We need a little...
Is...
sound effect. I'll do it for you.
Among the Stars.
Among
the Stars.
So Once Upon a Time.
You want to talk about this one?
I can start us off.
Okay.
In the year 2017... I placed this as number 65 on my top 100 list. This it's still a game. It's a game set in space, which you all know is kind of a weak spot for me. And what you're doing in it is you're building out and you're building your space station, I believe it is.
Kind
a space station.
Yeah.
And it's one of those where proximity of certain rooms to other rooms, it's kind of an efficiency puzzle. You have to power certain rooms, so you have to have like a
little energy,
little
like
battery.
cubes.
They almost look like Tic Tacs in that game. It was really cute. And there's also life support systems. They
No,
have
not
to
Tic
be.
Tacs. You're thinking of Galaxy Trucker. That's the Tic Tacs. This has little. I remember. I think it was.
Well, they have little
clear. There were little clear cubes. I think for power.
Was it clear cubes for this
Yeah.
one? Oh, okay, yeah. So they have little clear cubes for their little battery juice, and then they've got little tiny little figurine head things, look like little busts or whatever, of little aliens.
No, that's Galaxy Trucker also.
No, I thought they had two different kinds of.
I don't think so.
We don't have the game. There's two different kinds of little aliens, though, that you can...
No, that's not Galaxy Trucker.
No, it's not. There's not two different kinds of aliens in Galaxy Trucker.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, anyway, there's aliens, and you have to have them in the room, and they have to be next to life support systems, and you have to set up things a certain way.
You remember Galaxy? That's Galaxy Trucker, 100%. All this is a straight. You play cards, and there's power. You have to power the cards.
Yeah.
And then you get points based on certain things that happen.
Okay, well, apparently I'm missing completely. Well, that tells you how memorable it is.
Yes. Obviously, we moved on a long time ago.
Well, here's the thing, because with the engine with that, because in 2018, another game came along, and this dropped to 130 for me. And that game was Fields of Green. So basically, Kabuki's like, yeah, you're thinking of Galaxy Trucker. That's hilarious. It's so Fields of Green came in, and I in particular, oddly enough, happened to like Galaxy Trucker is way better than Among the Stars for sure, straight up, because I don't even remember hardly.
We're getting rid of Galaxy Trucker also. Yeah,
that's fair. Oh yeah, I want to see the little pieces, because I'm clearly thinking of the little pieces in this, because I want to see where they at. Where's the little guys? Yes, those are the ones I'm thinking of. But there was a different. Stupid Tic Tacs, even in that. Okay, anyway.
Galaxy Trucker.
So Fields of Green, oddly enough, I really enjoyed the farming theme, even better than the space theme, which is really weird. That's not usual for me. Plus, I really like there was more engine building.
It had more going
with
on.
Fields
more
of Green,
choices.
like more resources and stuff, because it had like power supply, and it had different types of field, and it had the animals, and it had like 3 or 4 things.
Well, water was the power in Fields of Green.
It was water, and it also had the fields to feed the animals.
Correct.
And it did all this stuff that it was like double the amount of interesting puzzly bits that Among the Stars had. And as you can see, Galaxy Trucker was in that mix somewhere, because now all I do is want to think about that game, because I apparently like the puzzle of building that one more, which is kind of weird. And it's it was just, it kind of started to fall flat. It was bland. It didn't have what I wanted out of it. Fields of Green did everything of that better.
Well, every time we reached to go to play Among the Stars, we reached for Fields of Green, because, like you said, it does have more going on. It has better choices, it has more ways to score points. And for Among the Stars, there was like, I think you could do like a alien race that gave you a superpower, and we didn't like how those worked, and it just...
Yeah, it was just, I don't know, it just kind of... It was a flash in the pan, and it had that potential, and I think we would have liked it more had we not gotten into a whole bunch more games. If that was like, if it just sat and that was the only, like, we had the same handful of games, probably would have lasted a lot longer. But I mean, Galaxy Trucker came along around the same time. Fields of Green came in and replaced it. Like, all these things happened. The space games, the world of space games has exploded since then, and it is magnificent. It just really has trouble standing on its own.
Yeah, and
it's a disappointment.
I don't think that the world doesn't disagree with you, because I recall a couple years later, they were selling this for like $5 at a game store for $5. Not like at a resale or half price books or anything. At the game store.
At the game store.
They were selling it for $5.
Yeah.
So.
It's sad.
Among the Stars. So we eventually got rid of that one. We still have Fields of Green somewhere on our shelf. I don't know where.
Oh, the camera went fuzzy. It did. Focus.
Did it?
I can't tell if it's focusing on. Our cameras man, all this stuff, when we reset the computer, everything goes crazy.
No,
Is it?
It's fine. Hold on, let me fix it. I think it looks fine. I bet what happened is your computer made your thing low definition or something.
Oh, okay, fair.
All right. There you go. Among the Stars, also known as Galaxy Trucker.
For sure. All you know is what? Galaxy Trucker. Shush you. Yeah, now y'all know how to play Galaxy Trucker. Whatever, it's clearly a better game.
We're getting rid of Galaxy Trucker too. That one's getting.
So someday that will be on the Where Is It Now.
All right,
it's a good game.
Let's move on to the next segment. Next segment called "Falling Through the Cracks." This is a game that
it's our internet connection.
What?
It said it's our internet connection.
Our internet connection.
You're falling through the cracks.
Oh yeah, falling through the cracks. Falling Through the Cracks. This is a segment where we talk about a game that we've been meaning to play for years and years and years, but never got around to playing.
Okay.
And in fact, there's the one we're going to talk about tonight is one that is like the top of my list to play at Board Game Geek Spring, BGG
Nice.
Spring. Not top, but it's on the list to play.
Fair.
It's been on my list to play probably 50 times, and for whatever reason, I've never got this game. I've never played it. Okay. It is what do they call it? A modern classic, or
a modern classic?
Like, not a modern classic because that's not so modern. It came out in '97. A classic masterpiece.
A masterpiece, yes.
Whatever you want to call it. It used to be way at the tippy top of Board Game Geek back in the day. It's dropped out of favor. I think it may even fallen out of the top 100 at this point. And that is Tigris and Euphrates.
Okay.
So Tigris and Euphrates is from Rainer Knizia.
1997.
This is the reason this one hasn't been played probably is I've heard mixed reviews on how well it plays 2 players. I've always heard that you need to play this at the full player count. If not, 3 players is okay, but 2 players is not so good. So for whatever reason, it just doesn't get pulled off the shelf. I want to play it. I feel like I need to play it. I need to play it a little less now that it's out of the top 100.
Well, it's interesting because, yeah, it is funny we haven't played it yet because I'm looking. It's tile placement.
But it's area control and it's kind of mean.
Well, there's my answer.
Yeah.
Gee, I wonder why I haven't been like, hey, we should play this.
This is one that I've been meaning to play back in the day when I was trying to play all the top 100, which I haven't done. I played most of the top 100. If you take the duplicates out, a lot of games are on there twice, or some of them, yes, several games are on there twice. This is one I was trying to get played, and it's never happened. But it looks really fun. It looks interesting. It looks like a kind of game I might like. Like you just said, you may not like it as much because it's area control and mean.
Right.
But it is a classic.
Yeah.
It's
97, baby.
Yeah.
Woo.
So
woo.
I need to get it played. I've heard good things.
I'd say it's ancient.
I've played most of the other Rainer Knizia big name games. I've played Raw. I've played Amun-Re. And then this one, those 3 are kind of the big 3.
Kabuki thinks it was high as number 2 at one point.
It was number 2 for a long time back in the day. Yeah,
that's wild. Okay.
Yeah, it just something I need to play and just haven't played it. But after all the hot newness that we need to get to play. Right. No, I'm saying a Board Game Geek Spring.
Oh yeah. Oh yes.
We got all the hot newness. We got the Spiel des Jahres nominees. Then Tigris and Euphrates. That's how it always ends up, and then we never get around to it. And it gets pushed and pushed and pushed. Mombasa was that way forever and ever, and we finally played that game. Yes. Finally. So
that was good, yeah.
It's just I've heard good things, but I've heard you need more players than 2. But worst case, we'll play it 2 players, see what happens. Because we've liked some games 2 players. We even played some games that are not even designed for 2 players.
That was hilarious. Zaya, anyone? That was the first one we did that too.
Well, I was thinking of Strasbourg or whatever it's called.
Oh yeah, that was not even. Wow, this game we were just flying away.
I'm like, gosh, this is so easy.
Why is this so easy for us? The game's wide open. Well, that would be why.
Tigris and Euphrates falling through the cracks. Hopefully, it will land soon, not be falling through the cracks.
See.
All right. Let's move on to the next segment. Next segment is called Oh My Goods. Oh My Goods.
So the premise of this one is I'm choosing a game that I like, but Hunter doesn't necessarily. Or at least at the very least, he's meh about it. And he's going to try to sell this game to you guys.
All right, here comes my salesman moment. So what game did you pick?
I had to pick a doozy for this one for obvious reasons. This is our startup. So the game that I chose for today is Letter Jam.
Letter Jam. Let me tell you about Letter Jam.
Sell it to me.
Now, first off, right off the bat, what a title. Isn't that a great play on words? Because you're taking letters You're literally jamming together to form words. Letter jam. So it's a great title. It's a great title. The box cover is actually pretty nice with a little. No, it's not right. The box cover is great. It looks great.
I was like, what'd you say there? I didn't catch
The
that.
box cover looks great. It's got that stark white with a nice little strawberry jam, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
So what this is a cooperative game. This is like a bonding moment for couples. You can play this 2-player. I think.
Yeah, bonding moment.
It's a bonding moment for couples who enjoy word games.
Both of them need to enjoy the word games, but
A cooperative word game. So what it is you think of a word for the other person. A word that they would probably know readily, quickly. Like if your loved one really likes Latin, you might pick Latin as your word.
I see where this is going.
And what you do is you give them kind of they kind of guess. It's almost like a what is it? Where you guess letters? Wheel of Fortune kind of situation.
Yeah.
You're guessing letters,
Yeah,
and you're trying to guide them or help them guess each other's words. So basically, if you both get your words correct, then you win. You've jammed. See, jammed. Another play on words.
Yeah.
You jam, and you get the words, and things are great.
I always know you're
But
wheeling and
sometimes your loved one doesn't realize how much they love Latin, and they might not get the word correctly, and you may never play this game again.
Because I'm the only one that usually thinks about Latin.
But that's kind of that's a aside. Now that's,
is it? Is it?
So letter jam. If you like word games, if you like cooperative games, you like working together for common good, letter jam might be the game for you. What? It's a horrible game. It's so bad.
It's not horrible.
Did I sell it?
I don't know. Troll says no.
I didn't sell it?
He said, I'm not feeling it. He said, come on, Hunter, I'm not feeling it.
I can't get more excited about this crappy game than that. That's as far as it goes.
I just like that you were like, when you wheel and deal, you got like the arms going and like it's like a whole body workout.
This is Hunter for trading.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. He's like,
Like I'll give you this.
I'm
if
dishing
you give
this
me
out
that.
and see if you can take it.
It's supposed to be me giving something and then taking something. Give and take. Give and take. Co-op. It's cooperative.
Cooperative.
Letter jam.
That was funny.
Guess what? We don't have it anymore. It's been jammed right out of here.
I liked it. I wanted to like it more, but I only have one person to play consistently with, and he's hateful.
All right.
And made fun of me for missing Latin. I'm usually the only one on the planet that's ever like thinking about Latin and stuff. So when you actually gave me a clue that was related to that, of course it blew my mind. I was like, no one thinks about.
7. It's 7 by.
It gives me so much grief.
42.
So much grief.
42.
So much grief.
42.
The Ford Fiesta of cooperative word games.
I think New Troll's done better than I have.
That's amazing.
Wouldn't it be more like a Prius? Because it's like, I don't know. Helping the planet's cooperative? I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I think that's not the angle that he was going with.
Oh, that's crappy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, has a top speed of about 55.
There you
and
go.
Then it shakes itself
it
apart.
might explode.
All right, we need a number.
Okay.
Between 1 and 42.
The answer to life, the universe, and everything.
1 and 42. Pick a number between 1 and 42.
17.
Inclusive.
17.
They're picking.
I know.
17.
First
right.
one to 17.
So I'm gonna change the order that I do these each time so they're different. 1, 2, 3.
Watch Hunter count. Well, yeah, but there's also other shelves, so you may not be.
17 right here. So this segment's called.
Okay.
What do I call this segment?
Well, I had Shelfie Ranker. You named it. It's Dusting Off the Shelves.
Dusting off the shelves.
Dusting off the shelves.
So we're pulling.
I'm thinking of which, should I go get the duster?
You
we
probably
actually
should.
physically dust off the shelves. We're gonna make this productive. It's
All
a
right.
co-op.
I pulled a random calyx that you've chosen, and we're going to talk about the games that are in that section.
So, do you want me to start, and then you have your rebuttal?
So what we're going to do...
Or are you going to start, and I'm going to have the rebuttal?
What we're going to do, we're going to talk about the games, but we're also going to rank them from our favorite to our least favorite. Rebecca, since she doesn't usually rank the games that we start our show with, she doesn't rank them. She is going to rank them, and I'm going to disagree or agree with her. So this section...
They want you to fix the focus. It's focusing on the shelf again.
Oh, is it?
Apparently, when we talk about... We say we focus on board games, we mean literally. Yeah.
All right.
There you go.
I guess I'll turn autofocus on. It just does some wacky stuff.
It does sometimes.
When you do autofocus. All right. So... I kind of group my games by kind of categories, and this is in this section here is the kind of adventure, real world, adventure-y kind of stuff. Okay. Although this Arnak isn't really real world, but adventure kind of games, adventure games-ish.
Arnak's real world. There are archaeologists.
So you get to rank these.
I'm gonna rank them
from your favorite to least favorite, and I'll disagree or agree with you.
Okay. So I'm going to go through and describe them and rank them. So we have Colt Express. This is a little 3D game. The train cars and everything are 3D. And this is a programmed movement game. And you have a little deck of cards with the different programmed movements. And you're going through and you're trying to rob each other, pick up loot off the train and be the first one to like get the most loot and stuff to win. Really cute program movement game. Probably actually my favorite program movement game, Colt Express. It's one of the few that we even own. Because we don't usually go for it. So. Yeah, but he likes this one because it's fun. Gold West.
You're going to describe them first and then rank them?
Yeah, I'm going to describe them and rank as I go. So this one is a really... This one wasn't what I expected. It was like super fun. This has a map and you're going out and you're like, it's the gold rush. You're going to go digging for gold and stuff like that. And you're going through and getting resources on a map. But what's neat about this one is the way you organize your movement. It had like your turn, your resources. Yeah. It was your resources in every round.
It's like a conveyor belt.
Yeah, it's a conveyor. Yeah, that's the conveyor belt maneuver. And what it has is you get a certain amount, but it's like 3 turns in the future. And you can get it sooner, but it's really punishing for you to do so. And there's bad things that can happen because of that. So you want to try to plan on what you're going to do with it when it gets to you through the conveyor belt.
Kind of like Macau.
Yes. I was trying to think of what game had a similar one.
Has a similar mechanism.
Anyway, it's got a surprising amount of depth to it because of that. And it's a really fun game. This is another one that we actually haven't played in quite a while. And it flies under a lot of people's radar. There's a lot of game to this.
It's also sadly crazy out of print because TMG's gone.
Oh, that's very sad. I'm going to put it a little bit above Colt Express just because I like the weight of the game for that. The next one, I think this one's recent enough. Pretty much everybody's heard the buzz somewhere about this one, Lost Ruins of Arnak. This is one of the more recent hybrid games where they have deck builder and resource management, ladder climbing, like all of the worker placement stuff, all of it together, and it's really combined well for you to go out and kind of play your own Indiana Jones. You're moving around and going to explore places, and sometimes you have a little monster thing on the better ones. You have to go and defeat something, and then you go and you can get the treasure and stuff behind it. So it has an Indiana Jones feel to it. But you're also climbing this ladder of victory points and you get resources along the way. As you're doing the worker placement, it's a little bit tight as far as getting resources. So you have to do things to build a really good engine, which of course is where your deck comes into play. And it's just, I really enjoy all the mechanisms with that. I believe, don't we still have an expansion we haven't played with this or something?
The leaders or whatever it is.
Yeah, we still haven't even played that yet. That's on our to-do list soon because we've heard nothing but rave reviews about that. Ooh, man. I'm gonna... I feel like I just did the worst to best kind of thing here. So I'm gonna put this over by Hunter. And then the last one is Glenmore 2 Chronicles. This one is much medium. In fact, let me see how long does it say how long. This is a 90 to 120 minute game. Plays fantastic 2-player though. So does Arnak, by the way. Actually, all of these play pretty good. Colt Express is a little boring 2-player. But there's just not enough going on with that. That's a more the merrier kind of game. This one is, oh man, there's so much going on with this. You got your map and you're trying to build, like there's like a map you're traveling along, but you also have your own player area where you're building up stuff. You're grabbing tiles.
The ratchet system.
Oh my gosh, you and the ratchets. The board that you're moving along is the ratchet system and for your turns, and you go and you're getting tiles and then you're placing the tiles in your little player area. But so you can move forward, you can jump ahead so that I can get a piece that maybe I'm afraid Hunter's going to steal from me, but I'm missing everything else behind it until I loop all the way back around again. So there's a lot of options with that. I really enjoy the meatiness of this game. I really enjoy a lot of games where you're, for whatever reason, you've got the fields and you're converting them and doing stuff with them and placing tiles. And I really like that. With this game, it's got there's something else too. Oh yeah, it's the civilization advancement. The theme's kind of, but I really enjoy how they made the gameplay because of that. As you're advancing, you're getting more and more complicated stuff to work with. As far as ranking, yeah, I'm gonna probably leave it like this. I think I'm gonna leave it like this.
And I do not disagree. I
really?
agree with
You
this
actually
order.
like this better than Arnak? Now that surprises me. I honestly thought Hunter was going to argue with me about that.
No.
Wow.
I got the same ranking. I like about Glenmore. It's got not only is it that whole tableau building thing, you got little worker guys. In order to activate tiles, they need workers on them, and there's a whole system on how the workers
I didn't even
move
think about
around it. So you have to kind of power the tiles to activate them, and there's a way to move the workers around. So there's kind of a puzzle. Kind of very similar to Carnegie has a similar mechanism with the office workers, moving your office workers around.
Moving them to power them. That's cool.
And this one it's called Chronicles because it has a bunch of mini expansions. We only made it about halfway through them.
Yeah, that's the other thing is exploring those is fun.
Yeah.
We've really enjoyed that a lot.
So we've been writing which ones we like and don't like and working our way through them slowly.
Wow, I'm shocked. I really expected some more argument this time around because
These are really close for me.
Yeah, but Arnak.
No.
You fading
Dune
on Arnak?
Imperium.
Oh, that's true. I forgot you like Dune Imperium.
And Arnak. Arnak's
me,
in a great game, but it really feels samey to me in terms of the flow of the game. Maybe the leaders will trick that up some, but it seems really samey. It's all about getting up that temple track and how do you, I mean, it's just I like games where you try to extend your turns. Basically, you're trying to gather resources to make a turn as long as possible. But I don't love that mechanism because sometimes you just get hosed and you have a really bad turn and you don't get to do much. And then the other person's doing, I get 3 of these and I do this and I get 2 more of those and I do this and I move up the track and I get some more of these.
No, that's fair because even if you go to the more complicated areas, it's just giving you more stuff. You're right. It's not that it unlocks some new thing, really. It's just another place to go. That's fair.
There you go. Dust it off the shelf.
Wow. Thanks for helping us clean a shelf, guys. That was interesting.
Dust it off the shelf. So yeah, with this is a good one because then Rebecca can drive the bus and I can be the commentator.
I like it.
There you go. That is, and someone asked the category. I said it's kind of an adventure-y. So a lot of games in the same area are Endeavor: Age of Sail, Great Western Trail, Carson City, the Adventures games, Jamaica, Coloma, those kind of games. That's kind of that.
That's good.
Adventure-y kind of games.
I dig it.
Someone way back there, I barely saw it in the blurriness of it. And someone asked about if we backed War for Arrakis or whatever it's called. Yes, of course we did.
Of course. I was going to say...
So War for Arrakis is the Dune retheming of War of the Ring.
I'm going to try it.
I like War of the Ring better than Dune as an IP, but I love Dune too. So
Call neutral.
Call which? Call the Colt Express?
No. Hey.
What? Call what?
I don't know. He just said Cole right when you were talking about that. I thought that was funny. Probably War of the Ring.
Yeah, call War of the Ring because we have War for Arrakis. All right, that is it. We did 4 new segments. So to quickly kind of give you a listing of what we tried out and what you'll be voting for over the next couple of weeks. So we got the 4 we did today. Where Is It Now? Which is an old game that we don't play anymore. That kind of thing. Falling Through the Cracks, which is a game that we've wanted to play but haven't played for whatever reason. Oh My Goods, which is
That's giving Connor crap.
I got to sell a game I hate.
Or just meh about,
Hate. Dusting Off the Shelf is what we just did, where we pull a Calic shelf and talk about it. So we got 42 Calic shelves to talk about. And if I reorganize them, then...
Well, I mean, we also have the bigger shelves.
We're not going to do 10 games. That's crazy.
Why not?
No.
We could do half a shelf over there.
Those are crappy games anyway.
How dare you? I should show you what games are over there. Do you know what's over there? Let's
crappy
see
games.
Here. Deception, Murder in Hong Kong.
Those are Rebecca's faves, is what's over there. All right, that's why I made fun of the shelf. Those are mostly Rebecca's favorites are over on that shelf. All right, the other ones we've done, component critique, where we take a game component, talk about it, and rate it. Thumbs up, neutral, or thumbs down. So, component critique. Buy, borrow, or ban. We pick 3 games that are similar in some way, and we pick one to buy, which we really like. We borrow it, we kind of like it, and ban, we axe it.
Which we like all of the games because they're off of our shelf.
Correct.
So that actually is a difficult one. I like that one.
Then we got hot potato storytelling.
That one is so off the wall and random.
So basically, we pick a game and then we tell a random story about it. Rebecca wants to introduce some randomness. Either the chat gives us a thing, or you have some cards that trick it up.
Yeah,
it's kind of like but wait, there's more. That game where you introduce a random element into the story. Then we got this or that. 2 similar games. You just compare and contrast them and why we like one over the other and that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got the Clueless Gamer Review, where Rebecca finds a board game on Board Game Geek that is completely unheard of, obscure, and I have to give a review for the game and tell you what it's about and how it plays. And then Rebecca tells us how it actually plays. Then we got Erg.
Yes.
Erg.
It's Arg.
So Rebecca's
random review, Hunter guesses. So basically, Rebecca picks a game. You give her a premise like Saturday morning cartoons or action movie or something like that. She's going to describe the game kind of obscurely, and you have to guess which game she's describing. There is our 10 new segments. Those are
10
fantastic.
Potential new segments.
I'm digging them. Plus, we can still do some of the old stuff too.
And then you also vote on all the old stuff, just to kind of go over the old stuff. We have Rebecca's random review. We got the her. We got back of the box review. 5 on the spot. Rebecca's first impressions. Those are. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 old segments and 10 new segments to vote on. 15 things to vote on.
That's a lot. That's a lot of shenanigans.
15 things to vote on.
Yeah.
So, there you go. That is all the new stuff.
So make sure that you practice your democracy.
And you'll be able to vote for as many as you wish. Just pick your favorites, like however many, 5, 4, 3, 4, 5 favorites out of those 15. If you like them all, vote all of them. It doesn't really accomplish anything if you vote for all of them. Or maybe you like one, don't like one, so you vote for all of them but one. Whatever floats your boat. Sure. So you'll be able to vote for as many as... You're not just going to pick one. You'll vote for as many as you wish.
Nathan, you got buy 2, get the 3rd free sale. Oh, dangerous.
They have that at Madness
sometimes. At Christmas time usually,
Christmas and...
Vote early.
4th of July? Memorial... I don't know when the Madness has two sales where they do buy 2.
Do that. That's awesome.
So yeah, we used to go to that.
Troll says, I like the segment where Hunter spills the components all over the table. No.
That's most of the segment.
That's most segments.
So you'll probably get that most likely in the component critique.
Oh, yes.
And
why do you encourage this?
That's about it.
Why do you encourage this? Yes, this game is broken. Absolutely.
What's that?
They're very much an inspiration for a lot of that kind of shenanigans, for sure.
Yeah.
They're good.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yep.
Classic, even.
All right, folks. I think that's it. Next time, 1 week from tonight, May, whatever that is, May 9th. May 9th, we will be doing the second half of the alphabet games, where we
I'm stoked.
Talk about our favorite games, or in Rebecca's case, whichever one she kind of most wants to play right now. Yeah. Games from the alphabet. We got N to Z next time.
I've already got my list built. I'm really shocked.
N to Z next time.
I'm stoked. I like my list.
And then 2 weeks from tonight, May 16th, we're unveiling the new variety show with new segments. New variety show with new segments.
I'm stoked.
And new little buttons.
Oh, thanks, Spooky.
We'll have new little buttons.
I like it too.
We'll have new little buttons for our variety show. Well, if we have new ones. Unless you pick the old ones and you hate the new ones, then we'll just have the same buttons.
Dang. That's harsh.
Yeah. I like this button. This is my favorite button.
Which button?
It's not even one of the variety show things, but it's my favorite button.
The music you picked for
That's my favorite.
That was well done.
It's my favorite buttons.
Trolling.
Cut scenes. Each game will have their own little cut scene for their things.
Uncle Wiggly.
Have our own little cut scene from when we play this segment. Anything to add? Just a reminder again, we're at BGG Spring. Come say hi. Come talk to us. We hate it when people say, "Oh, we saw you, but you were busy."
Yeah, don't care.
Come see us anyway.
Yeah,
We're never that busy.
No, we're not.
You're never that busy at conventions.
No.
To come and say hi and play games with us.
In fact, if we're with Tommy, yeah, just interrupt us. I'm just kidding. Love you, Tommy.
So, so the BG Spring, I love playing all 9 of the Spiel games. I always think that's fun.
Come play a Spiel game with us.
So the Spiel nominees are announced mid-May, and somehow Board Game Geek Spring magically gets all 9 of the games with the Spiel people to teach you how to play them at the convention. That's one of my highlights of the convention is playing all the games. So I'm curious what's going to get nominated this year. So after we get back from spring, we'll talk about all the games we played, and we'll talk about the Spiel nominees.
Tommy said, "Well, no horseless carriage for you." After that comment.
I don't know how Rebecca's seen horseless carriage. I don't know how much of a threat that is.
I was like, yes.
Spreadsheet the game.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
Spreadsheet the game. Yeah.
No, I can't play.
I got a list of about 20 games I want to get played.
Please come.
We'll see how many we'll get through.
Please come say hi and chit chat and stuff. Someday we'll probably do some kind of meetup thing again someday, but
yeah.
But
a lot of the locals that used to come to that have moved away. So.
I know. You guys stop moving away. This is nonsense.
All right.
Looking at you.
That's it for this time, folks. Next week, alphabets N through Z. Look up your favorite games from N to Z, and we'll talk about them. I haven't done my list. She's already done her list.
I'm done. I'm ready to roll. I'm excited. We can do it now.
Let's get up out of here. Let's go. We'll see you in the lobby.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. Click subscribe to join our wonderful viewer community.
Want to be notified when we upload a new video or go live? Click on the little bell below.